What's up, friends and family and brethren? It's finally Friday, and I'm feeling good. I'm happy it's Friday. What did I do today? Sleep, gym, like I do normally. But Thursday is actually my favorite day of the week because I know the next day is Friday. So I actually prefer Thursdays. It's like Fridays or whatever. Fridays, the weekend starts ticking so fast. So I really didn't have nothing happening with me today, which is nice. But let's get into this news. Army aviators are ready to leave the military and are told they owe 3 more years instead. Welcome to the military. I don't know why this is news. Like, that's something you sign as a contract. Why is that making news? But whatever. Pence is supposed to testify before a federal grand jury on his role in Trump. Disney fans are fighting online after the company sued DeSantis. Biden looks to elevate Harris's work as core to re-election bid. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that Kamala needs to show her face more. She's kind of in the background, but I kind of feel like that Biden told her, because Biden, as much as you hate to say this, I feel like Kamala was definitely a token because she's like, you'll be seen and not heard type of situation. I haven't heard her have any, unless I haven't been paying attention, she's really not seen or heard from. Jonathan Majors is ordered to stay away from his ex-girlfriend and the alleged domestic violence victim, but I'm sure she has to do that due to the lawsuit. And then, if you guys haven't heard, Jerry Springer, he died at 79 due to cancer complications. Steve Wilkos spoke on him and said that he said they both got very emotional the last time he saw him. He says his dear friend never let on that he was battling cancer. Steve spent 10 seasons working with Jerry from 94 to 07. And then he just, talked about his former boss. Jerry had a big career, and it's something to be said because he was dealt in messy television, but he seems to be dying with a clean name. And in today's world, that's hard. No scandals or allegations. And, and Jerry kind of brung the races together because everybody could come together for some ratchet TV. So, and he's had every person known to man on his show, which is wild. NFL draft is going on, if you guys are paying attention to that. Brittany Griner breaks down in tears of her presser since her first return to the U.S. She said that she won't be going overseas anymore, and she also said that the reason she ever had to go overseas is due to the pay gap between the women and the men in the NBA. So she was getting that bread. The Emmett Till accuser, Carolyn Bryant, died at 88 of cancer. Lindsay Lohan is pregnant and she looks healthy, so good for you, Lindsay. Red Table Talk is canceled. Jada Pinkett's show. I'm sure, they have enough money that if they wanted to, I was never into Red Table Talk. I don't like all that deep talking, tell me your feelings, and I just don't like emotional dramatics, and that's just me. But somebody obviously wasn't watching it because they got canceled. Don Lemon is planning on staying on vacation for the rest of the summer. I know that's right. The man is worth $7 million. He was making $7 million a year, so I'm pretty sure he will survive. He can afford to take some time off. I don't believe he has any kids. He has a spouse, but yeah, he can afford to stay on vacation for the summer. Live your life, Brody. Let's see what else we got going on here. I have some story times that I want to get to. I used to always say that black people can't get abducted by aliens, but I've gotten proven wrong, even though this story is a little wild. But I was just looking to see what people are whining about on Reddit. What is something you wish wasn't as sexualized as it is? Good old-fashioned cartoons, man. Sometimes, like, if you watch something scary or something, whatever, I just want to watch some good old-fashioned cartoons. That's something I would say. Let's see what other people are saying. Massage therapy. I don't agree, because I'm a woman, and when them men be giving them massages with the water, not that I would ever get one, but, like, first of all, if I did, I would not post it to social media, but those things look so relaxing. So yes, a sexy massage, but I'd need to be in Jamaica like those women are, wherever they are, covered in oils, and yeah, I'm not against that. And some people love them happy ending massages. Not that I would get that. That's kind of going too far for me. But some people like that. I don't agree with that. Eating a lollipop, popsicle, or ice cream. That is so true for women. Like, if we're around men, you can't even drink water, eat a banana, nothing. So massage therapists are complaining because the ones that actually want to get into it for just helping people, since it's been so sexualized, people kind of are either scared of them or want them to do. So I can see how that would suck. But, you know, if you paid for that kind of massage, it's fine. The word daddy. Yeah, why did y'all do that to daddy? That was like, daddy was normal, and now y'all done turned it into something sexual. What is the biggest secret you've ever kept from your family? Something that I would not post on social media, but I'm going to be nosy and read some of y'all's secrets and see what these people are saying. When I was a kid, I dropped the rake while working in the yard, and the handle landed in dog poop. Instead of cleaning it off, I used duct tape to seal off the poop from the outside world. It ended up being used for almost 10 years after that, and I always thought about the rake's dirty secret. The secret was poop. You do went back in time. My dad's brother adopted me. They didn't know I found my biological mom. I didn't talk to her, though. That sucks, though, that you have to keep that a secret. Somebody said I pretended to graduate from college after 4 years of my family paying for it. Man, I will bust you in your head if my son did that. And I don't abuse my children. I'm no pun intended. But if I found that I spent 4 years of college money on you, you haven't been going, yeah, that ain't cool. Let's get into the story times, because y'all have sat in my spirit, and it's Friday. Let's go.
Eggs and this, and they told me they were making a hybrid race.
And for what, John?
They didn't want, I wanted to know for what, but they never gave an inkling of what it was for, or what this hybrid race would be doing, where it would be, or what. My grandfather died in 1940, so this was in the 1930s when these things were happening with them. She said they would be sitting on the side porch at night, and they would see lights over the oil wells, and a lot of times they would see what they thought were little children dressed in white running around the oil wells. And on several times they saw it in the daytime. They would see these little children dressed in white. And once or twice they got up to go see if they could catch the little children and find out who they were, and they would start out, but by the time they would get there, the children would be gone. The main concept was creating a hybrid breed. At least that's what they told me, that they were trying to create a race of people that could live in our atmosphere and in their atmosphere. And they had not yet produced that person. Now, on another occasion, I remembered being shown a baby that really favored my grandson a lot. If you would, give it the slant eyes, they weren't as big as their eyes, but it looked human. And I knew that this was my child, and I wanted to take that child with me, but they said that it would not be able to live in this atmosphere. Well, I know that it was physical, because if I did not get out of that car, where did I get all that dirt that was up to here on me? If I just stepped out of the car and looked up, because we were on pavement. So it's no way that I could have got that much dirt on me just standing outside a car on the street looking. And that's the first thing that let me know that it was real. And beside this knot, which might be, you could say that it could be anything. The bruises are real. Nobody is beating me up in my sleep. Because if anybody hit me that hard, I would wake up. And the places where I have the bruises, I couldn't give them to myself. And like I said, if I bumped into something that hard, I would certainly remember it. So it's real to me. It's not really a frightening experience. It's just, it happens, and it doesn't leave you frightened. I think the thing that frightened me the most was that I was not consciously aware of what had happened, and I did not know what to put these ships with. I didn't have anything concrete to say, well, they're coming to do this or that. I just had the frightening feeling. And after I found out what had happened, I was at peace with what had happened, knowing that there's nothing that I can do about it, because I cannot stop them. Nobody can stop them from doing what they want to do. Nobody on this earth. Because they are too far advanced mentally and technologically for, we don't have a defense at all.
It's like they do magic.
Yeah, they could come in today and take over if that was their desire. But like I said, I don't feel that it's their desire to take over through violence, and they don't care about governments. See, government control is not their thing. They want bodies, and they want minds that are going to do what they want the minds to do, but they need the bodies to do whatever it is with. And that's where we come in. Ask them.
I used to think aliens wouldn't abduct black people. And if this lady really got abducted by them, y'all picking just some people that are kind of random. But okay, let's go to the next one.
In 28 days, all the symptoms resolve. Okay? The mercury was coming from the fish. So that's one example. Okay? Another example, because one of the primary fish that people like to eat is salmon. Okay?
Yes.
What people just recently found out about salmon a couple of years ago is they make a genetically modified version of it. Did you know that? Yes, so they make a genetically modified version. I think it was created in Canada. So they take this genetically modified version and somehow incidentally combine it in the same waters with the natural salmon. You know what the genetically modified version started doing? You can look this up. It started eating the natural salmon.
Oh, it's a wrap.
You can look this up. I'm not making this up. It's not a video. It really happened. So what's really important is that. And then the third thing I'll tell you is that because the waters are so polluted in the ocean today, well, what people don't realize is that radiation continue out into the...
One, there's a few atrocities here, but the biggest one is that he pronounced the L in salmon. Pet peeve. But you know, everything we are eating nowadays and breathing and drinking is genetically modified. So we are all just fake people.
They took me out of the closet to have sex with me. There's 3 steps. The first step was oral, and then the second steps where they would have sex with me on the bed and tie me down. There was blood all over sheets and everywhere. The third step, they would take me to the shower so that they could have sex with me. There's 3 steps. The first step was oral, and then the second steps where they would have sex with me on the bed and tie me down. There was blood all over sheets and everywhere. The third step, they would take me to the shower so that they could have sex with me in there. When they were done with me, they would beat me and throw me in the closet. It was like torture. My mom would bring home guys and girls to have sex with me if I screamed or yelled. That really made them mad. My parents thought it was hilarious for them to watch. That I had to do what they said so that I could stay alive. My parents would use some kind of weapon to beat me. I have scars all over my body where they have cut me. My stepdad would get the gun that was beside his bed, put it to my head, and pull the trigger, pretend to shoot me. If I had a message for my parents, it would say, rot in jail, because that is where they belong.
Well, this is Lauren's first interview since being rescued from that closet. Tell me, how much do you remember about that entire 6-year period? I know parts of this are fuzzy for you, but parts of it are very, very clear. True?
Yes, sir.
What do you remember the most?
Probably the stuff that they did to me, like the abuse and the sexual abuse and stuff. That's the main stuff that comes back the most.
Did you have any sense whether your existence, your life was different than other people?
No, I thought that it was like every other kid, like that every kid was like that they did that stuff.
So you're in this closet and it's dark, right?
Yes, sir.
When they came to open that door, had you learned to know opening that door is going to lead to pain?
I did, because that was the only time they took me out.
All right. And they took you out for what?
To have sex with me and beat me.
And who is they? Who had sex with you and beat you?
My parents, Barbie and Kenneth.
So your mother had sex with you?
Yes, my mother did.
And your father Ken did?
Yes.
How would that go?
I was tied to the bed so that I couldn't run away. Evidently, I would shake the ropes loose or something. And they started using handcuffs instead of ropes. My dad would start it, and then my mom, and when they got tired of me, they would untie me and do it with themselves and make me watch.
And eventually, they would put you in the shower, and there would be more sexual interaction. Then you would go back in the closet?
Yes.
What would cause them to beat you one time versus another?
If I did, like, something wrong when they were sexually abusing me, I got, like, some kind of punishment, like a beating or cut, or my dad one time, I didn't do something right to make him happy, so he put a gun to my head and pulled the trigger.
You now know this was very wrong, that you didn't deserve this.
No kid or anybody should go through what I've been through. Nobody deserves anything to do harm to them.
That was so sad, and I can't believe, like, I don't even know how Dr. Phil could interview a real life child. I can't believe that, I mean, and I'm saying this and I'm playing this for y'all, but I can never talk to that little girl in person. And I mean, I know Dr. Phil's show makes a lot of awareness, but the questions he asked her were just, I don't like it. I didn't like any of it. But hopefully her parents rot in jail.
Yeah. So here's 3 reasons why I don't do BBLs. 1, the trend is fading. Let's face it, not everybody wants to have that particular look anymore. 2, the operation still has a significant level of danger to it, which is not ideal. And 3, it might look all right in pants, but really when you do just have a look at it without any clothing, it's still not the best cosmetic outcome with dimpling and ridging and things like that. I don't think it's a particularly good look. It's my opinion.
Y'all heard it here first. BBLs are going out of style, so sorry, Charlies.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Hi.
You doing okay?
Yeah, hi. What's your name?
I am Officer Carfoni from Pumas Police.
Hi, how may I help you?
No, how may I help you? What's going on?
Nothing. I'm just trying to figure this out.
Figure what out?
This.
What's your name is?
Nailina Diego?
Melina?
Nailin.
Nailene?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any idea why I'm here?
No clue. Just
Would you like to know what I'm here for?
That's your problem.
Okay. Well, I know what I'm here for. That might be your problem, actually. That might be a business of yours.
Good see.
So, what's your title here?
I'm the owner.
Okay. What's her title here?
She's a BDC. She works in the business.
Yeah, I'm also in law school. If you want to take down my lawyer's information.
Well, I don't want to talk to you just yet. You just ignore me.
Yeah, okay.
So she was administrator.
Your first and last name with my.
Yeah, that's her desk.
Oh, okay. So I want your ID number with your first and last name, so I could talk to my lawyer.
You're gonna get it.
Yes, because I'm in law school.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm a paralegal by profession.
I'm 21 and I did paralegal like a year ago. Okay. So what's your first and last name?
Officer Carfoni from Pumas Police.
First name.
C-A.
C-A.
F-F.
F-F.
R-O-N-I.
R-O-N-I.
My badge number is 616.
616?
Correct.
What's your whole bar number? Your entire bar number?
Bar number? I don't have a bar number. You just got a badge number.
So you said that you went to law school and you don't have a bar number? That's tough. Okay, so let me just call my mom and let me just have her. You obviously aren't professional. That's tough.
I mean, so it's my understanding that terminated your employment here at the Chevrolet?
Well, what's confirmed is that I need to have someone pick me up. So why are you making it like?
Well, I believe they asked you to leave.
That was funny. Sis went to work drunk. And listen, but she was still coherent. She was still sitting at her desk clicking on that computer. She was asking him what his badge number was. Like, I'm like, y'all firing her? But she's very coherent, my friend. Like, what's up with that? I mean, I'm a lawyer. Listen, we're gonna end on a high though, because there's just so many sick people out here, and that other clip just made me disgusted. So at least we were going out with something funny. Is that my good sis was trying to work and they fired her because she came to work drunk, but she was still sitting at that desk clicking on that computer, and she was still somewhat coherent. She probably was mean, but I know sober people that are meaner than her, so I feel like she has a lawsuit. I will stand for her losing that. Because why did the cop say I'm a paralegal too? Like, why you have to add that in? You were antagonizing her, okay? Like, I don't condone drinking on the job, but y'all don't know what she was going through. I wish I could see my face because I'm like, hello. But anyway, listen, y'all, I want y'all to enjoy y'all weekend. Like, we'll be back. We'll be in this together. We're concerned parents, citizens, voters, all of it, because we're all about, is it in yet? Whatever we're hoping and waiting for. You guys have an amazing weekend. I'll be back to talk to y'all next week.